and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning and happy Friday. Do you or someone you know suffer from bird blindness? Probably not. But you can help cure it today with a super chat of at least $1.99. Good morning, nerds and nerdlings alike. How are you? Again, it's Friday, your final daily dose of dork for the week, and until I go on hiatus, until I'm back from hiatus, actually, that would be the proper, the grammatically appropriate, correct way to state it. I will be gone for a week. No channel stuff going on, no live streams. I do have drops scheduled to go up. Thanks to Kino for that. Thank you so much for getting those clips ready for me. And I am still editing Supergirl. I will have it done before I leave. I swear to you, I will make that happen. I made a lot of good progress yesterday, so yes. But before we go any further, before we start screaming good morning to everyone, do me a huge solid. Okay? Hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and ring that notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense, which will be not for another week. So, I hope you guys are good. I hope you are. There's a lot of nonsense going on, and we're going to talk about a little of it, because there's one thing that will get me fired up, and it is absolutely positively hypocrisy. I cannot stand it. It drives me crazy. It's so easy, so simple to just be a human being, and that seems so difficult for a lot of people. I think a lot of it has to do with what I was saying yesterday, that, you know, with the onset of social media and people posting anything and everything, and I have not been immune to that in the past. I've been a little too free with the information I share about my private life. That's my mistake, and I definitely learned from that. But I definitely feel that with the onset of social media and, you know, allowing people inside our homes virtually, it's given a real sense of entitlement to a lot of people out there, and they feel like their opinions are valid when it comes to other people in ways that they really aren't. So there's that. But let's yell good morning to everyone again. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and as always, members get their shout outs first. So good morning, member Ensign Nerdling Deranged Lunatic, Hot Dog Rib Shot Yub Dub Wise Potty Hot Dog. Good morning, Ensign Nerdling First Class Contributing Producer Editor Keto Reviews. Good morning, Ensign Penny. Hold on. I'm gonna do something real quick, because I don't think it really shows me legit how everyone's rank in StreamYard. It probably does on YouTube, but I can't see it because I'm on StreamYard. So if I can just find my stuff here. That's weird. There we go. Community. I mean, it's so hard, man. I can't find anything. Creator music. I don't want that. Community. No. Why is it not so easy to find? Isn't that ridiculous? Like, shouldn't it be like right there? Like, members. I mean, they're paying you money. Here we go. It should be like a main option, like right there. Okay. Penny Ensign. Got it. I'm going to download this. Okay. Exported. Where's it at? There we go. So I'm going to have this up, and that is apparently not what I downloaded. Okay, then. That's concerning. Let me look here. I've got it. I've got it. I've got everybody here. I've got everybody here. Oh, that calls for a sip sip. Ensign Penny. All right. And good morning, Lieutenant and Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. See? Because I've got it right here now. Good morning, We the People TV. Did I miss one? No, I did. Okay. So we're going to go back and get the non-members. Good morning, Scale Scuttlebutt Podcast. Hey, that's the scuttlebutt right there. I see it. I see it. Who else we got? Is that it for now? Okay, that's it for now. We got more coming in. We always do. Because you guys are the freaking best. And this is my last stream before hiatus. Don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. I'm going to post about it today after the stream. I have so much to do. You have no idea. I have a crazy amount of work to do today. I have to finish Supergirl. Well, after the stream, I got to make the shorts, post the shorts, announce about hiatus across all platforms, which is where I post the shorts too, across all platforms, and it's crazy. Then we have got to finish Supergirl. I have to bake bread for my family. I have to take care of the farm. I have to do all kinds of mom stuff, like legit. I got a lot of mom stuff to do. And, try telling your children, I got a lot of work to do. Can you, do this thing that I normally do? They're like, can I do it when I feel like it? No! Because you'll never feel like it! Oh, good morning! Hold on, I gotta find you. Ensign Loki! Sup, dude? Good morning, Hunter! As always, again, the members and super chats get good mornings and stuff before anyone else. Oh my goodness. This is when everyone decides to send me text messages. I thought everyone knew I went live at this time. No, they don't. No, they don't. All right, guys. Have I missed any announcements? Is there anything I need to cover before we dive in to stuff? I'll give you a moment. And again, I just want to remind everyone, for the price of $1.99 super chat, you too can help fund the cure for bird blindness. We are raising money for bird blindness today, so just keep that in mind. That cracks me up. All right, guys, let's dive in to a few things. Sound good? Sedite? Copacetic? I'm on the wrong one, but I do have to announce, because my wonderful boyfriend needs it announced. He needs me to say this, that it was his idea to change this from Peacemaker to the Prime Eagle, or Eagly. That was his idea. He helped with the thumbnail today. So thank you, Shmoo. Thank you for your help. Love you. I just had it the regular Peacemaker logo, and he's like, it'd be cool if you changed it to Eagly or the Prime Eagle. I'd watch a 3-part miniseries just about Eagly being the Prime Eagle. Same. I would too. Buenos dias, Fernando. We are raising money for bird blindness today. For $1.99 super chat, you too can help fund the cure for bird blindness. All right, guys. Oops, that's not what I wanted to be on. But hey, our favorite meme right there. Our favorite meme. I've been working on improving it because I noticed that the tank is all the way to the left. Whoops. Shmoo. Yes and no. He's my schmoopy. And it's something. Okay, so we're not Jewish. No one in my family is Jewish. Not one of us. But we grew up, my grandmother, my mother, we grew up around a very, Jewish community. And so the idiom worked its way into our everyday language. If that makes any sense. So schmoopy, schlub, schmo, schmutz, mazel tov, all of it it's in my family's language. But he's my schmoopy. He calls me Smurf, I call him Schmoo. So it's unbelievably annoying. And what's really, really upsetting me, and this is what I wanted to talk about before we really got started into our regular stuff. Where were all of you, that the ones that I'm finding in my comments on YouTube and some on Twitter? What's crazy is that TikTok seems to understand this and YouTube doesn't. That's blowing my mind because TikTok is usually, you're an idiot. But yesterday someone did call me an inbred poodle and an embarrassment to women, simply because on my post in the community tab, simply because I said, no, it was a short about me running a poll. I apologize. Maybe I am an inbred poodle, an embarrassment to women. Anyway, simply because I said I ran a poll across my platforms asking if people still watch late night TV, and overwhelming majority, I'm talking 98%. I think it's down to like 90% now. The polls have now closed, but 90% said they don't watch late night talk shows anymore. And that's one of the reasons why Colbert's show got canceled, was because of ratings, because of money. And this person called me an inbred poodle and an embarrassment to women. Okay, sure. Free country, say whatever you want, but I'm not understanding the motivation behind that. So here's what I'm asking is, where were all of those people when this was happening before? And you know what I mean by before. Everyone is blaming this administration, when I don't even think it's really about that. I think it's about the real ruler of this country and this planet, and that's dollar bills, y'all. It's all about the cream. Cash rules everything around me. It rules everything around this planet. So I think that's what it really has to do with. And all of those people were completely silent when it was happening before. It has nothing to do with what administration. It has everything to do with money and hypocrisy and greed. That's what it has to do with. And it's just annoying more than anything. It's unbelievably annoying. If you think for a second that this has nothing to do with money, you are extremely naive. People just are not watching late night television like they used to. Not enough people are watching late night television. It's not that relevant anymore. It's not what it used to be. Good morning, Maria! So to attack people who are simply quoting facts from a poll they ran themselves, and they're looking at these numbers and they're just saying that, okay, so 90% of the people that voted on these polls don't watch late night television anymore. And even that freaking reusable douche nozzle, Jeff Snyder, just wrote a piece on how this had everything to do with money. It had everything to do with money. So attacking me for just stating that doesn't help your case. Like, how could you ever expect anyone to take you seriously if that's how you treat people? You can't win your argument. You can't present any logic or facts. So you're going to make personal attacks about my looks, my sex, my race. Like, come off it. Like, seriously. So my point of view is, and see, I don't even see it. I know, right? But to me, this isn't a partisan issue. To me, this is all about being a human being. Being an absolute human being. And if you were not there when this sort of thing was happening to others, other people that maybe you don't personally agree with, if you were not there when this was happening before, then you need to sit down. Because it's either freedom across the board, that rule applies to every single person here, or it doesn't at all. That's just the fact of it. You can't say that, well, freedom of speech should apply to a job and to everything, but only for this person. Then that's not freedom, is it? It's not. It's an exclusive club. It's oppression. So that's just where I stand. Either you stand for that for every single person, or you don't at all. Plain and simple. And in this case, there has been a preponderance of evidence from everyone, including right here, that I'm getting ready to show you, that it wasn't the FCC saying, okay, you need to take this down right now. It was Nexstar, Sinclair, Disney, who said the reward is not worth the risk. There's not enough reward. It was a money issue. They were not getting enough ratings. They were not making money off of it. And it says here that Disney and Jimmy Kimmel are disagreeing on how to bring back his show. They're even talking about bringing it back, but they're disagreeing on how. Yeah, can't we all just get along? Kimmel wants to do his monologue where he clarifies his comments and emphasizes that he never believed Kirk's killer was MAGA. But that's not what he said. Like, come on, dude. I thought you had integrity. You were just saying, I'm not taking it back. I meant what I said. When it's been officially, legally reported that that's not true. But now he's saying, I want to emphasize that that's not what I was saying. Then just say why didn't you say that in the first place? He would have also fought back at Fox News, right-wing social media users, and others who believe dishonestly mischaracterized his comments to fan the flames of outrage. But that's what he said. He said they're trying to say he wasn't that to score political points. What points were you trying to score, Kimmel? Disney reportedly thought that it went too far and didn't help the situation. And that's why they pulled the show. That's why it hasn't come back yet. Because they're wanting him to just say, mea culpa, I shouldn't have said that. It's been proven that that's not true. And he's like, well, I mean, that's not what I meant in the first place. And they're like, no, you're not going to blame other people for your mistakes. Loki. For the record, he was fired because Sinclair and Nexstar, who are the two largest TV affiliates of Disney, who are not the government, wanted him to retract and apologize. There you have it. They saw their bottom line threatened. They pulled it. End of story. And for people to call this a political attack and scream for the First Amendment, where were those people when it was happening to other people they don't like Tucker Carlson, Roseanne Barr, who had a show that is a part of our American culture for 30 plus years. She was removed from it. Her presence erased. Her and Gina Carano, who just won her lawsuit. Where were you when that was happening? Medea says, Disney's too quick to fire people. James Gunn, Gina, Majors, and others. They have a mini graveyard. Bo DeMaio. Kino Blue Collar, Americana, great show. Shame what happened. It is. Absolutely was not funny anymore. Deranged Lunatic, I never thought Jimmy Kimmel was funny. He's kind of a putz. I haven't thought he's funny since The Man Show. To me, it really feels like he sold out. He sold his soul. He accepted money in order to change everything about him that made him funny. I haven't found late night TV funny since the 90s. And apparently the majority of people who voted in my polls agree with me. That's just, I'm going off numbers and comments. I'm not making an estimate or a guess here. That is a straight fact. So on top of that, and this is actually kind of upsetting for me. Oh, of course it's not here. So I'm just going to pull it up here. So Tatiana Maslany, Fernando, Tucker was a D-bag in my opinion. Okay? You're allowed to feel that way. I will support your right to have that opinion. But I don't think people should leave him, Roseanne, and Gina out of the Jimmy Kimmel conversation. That is hypocrisy. 1000%. Backyard TARDIS, the truth of the matter is he created a controversy. If he was bringing the money in, they would have right in the back. They would have ridden the backlash out, but he wasn't making money. So it made more sense for them to drop it. That's exactly what happened. Even, like I said, even that reusable douche, Jeff Snyder, said, follow the money. Follow the money. So then you have Tatiana Maslany, who I love her as an actress. Orphan Black is an amazing show. She showed insane range in that show. She played, I don't know how many different characters, like totally different personalities throughout the whole show. But she is telling people on her Instagram to cancel your Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN subscriptions. I don't think Tatiana Maslany completely understands that Disney doesn't just have its board members and big time celebrities as its employees. In fact, those people are the smallest percentage of people that work there. The majority of people that work for Disney, ESPN, Hulu, ABC are average, everyday Joe Schmo who's just trying to feed their family. And what she doesn't seem to understand is that the consequence of what she is calling for would result in those people possibly losing their jobs and not being able to pay their bills or feed their families. I mean, good morning, Derpy. I don't know if you've been here or not or seen it, but we got monetized. We got monetized. We've got super chats. We've got memberships. And today we are fundraising to cure bird blindness. I love that. That's so funny. Let's go. So I would just challenge Tatiana Maslany to really consider that the consequences of this would most likely result in a lot of very average, everyday people losing their jobs and not being able to feed their families. Where was this level of passion again when it was happening to other people? Again, it's rules for thee and not for me. That's not how it works. It's either rules for everyone or no one. Worried about South Park. That's, I mean, that is a possibility, but the one thing I can say about South Park is it has always made money. Happy birthday, Derpy Entertainment! Happy birthday! Good morning, Alexander. I hope the Hulk gets recast in the soft reboot. I really didn't like Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, and when he became Smart Hulk, made it 10 times worth. Oh my God, I have found my people. I cannot stand Mark Ruffalo. I cannot stand him. Yes, I support this. I support this. All right, guys. Loki says, nah, South Park will fall under parody. Plus, they are not under Disney. Yeah, that's with the Paramount. Skydance. They've got their own battle with them. But again, alongside what you've just said, they've always made money. Always. And the problem with Ed Norton is nobody could stand him. And he doesn't know how to stay in his lane. When they did his film, he was constantly taking over and he made the movie like an hour longer and caused a lot of problems. So I really do enjoy Ed Norton as an actor. I thought he was a good Hulk, but he doesn't know how to be a team player and he caused a lot of problems. All right, guys, moving on. Moving on. Let's get to our headlines. So, according to Inside Fandom, I'm not seeing. Oh, this is coming from the Cosmic Circus. Their source is the Cosmic Circus. Literally not, but thank you for playing. Because they're not doing it for everyone, just a select few. No one is supporting everyone across the board, just certain people. And it's just, I mean, seriously, late night TV, it's not that serious. Until, I'm sorry, I just can't agree with that at all. I've actually read 1984 many times, and it's literally not. It's literally not. It's not that, it's just not. You need to focus on what's really important in life, and that is your family. Your family, your life, your household. Hollywood A-listers, they don't need your help. They can't survive without us anyway. So, all right, guys. According to the Cosmic Circus, which again, Alex is usually on point. Marvel Studios will reportedly keep some character reveals in Avengers Doomsday a secret until the premiere. Ghost Rider, anyone? Ghost Rider? Who else could they be keeping secret? What do you guys think? Let's see. Probably Quicksilver. Maybe both Quicksilvers. Who else? Who would be like super exciting? Backyard TARDIS. Are they threatening to stop ruining our childhood unless they bring Kimmel back? Don't tease me with a good time. Ha ha! Kino. Morbius. Ha ha! Blade. Probably. I could see that. Alexander. Ryan Gosling Ghost Rider is my favorite fan cast. He would be awesome. I am not sick of Ryan Gosling. In fact, I was sick of Ryan Gosling until a few years ago when I saw him in The Nice Guys. And now I just absolutely love him. I think he's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Loki says, wait, never mind. They should recast Gina Carano as She-Hulk. That'd be the funniest outcome. She would actually be an amazing She-Hulk. Right? She's got the build for it. She would be amazing. I'm here for that. Fernando, Nick Cage. Nick Cage, Ghost Rider. Let's go. Oh, those movies are awful. They're just awful. We saw the second one in our favorite theater in the entire world. It's a place in Copperas Cove, Texas. I wish I could remember the name of it. But awesome theater. But I took my kids to see it, and the sound was messed up. Still don't think we missed anything. The movie was awful. All right, guys. Moving on. Let me check my notes here. Oh, so someone asked GUNN on Threads, will we see more Charlton characters like the original Blue Beetle or Captain Atom? The question, etc., in your new DCU. I really enjoyed Superman, Peacemaker, and Creature Commandos. You're doing an awesome job. James Gunn says, you might be in luck. You hear that, Nick? I think we're getting the question. He's probably means Blue Beetle, but who would make... you know what? Just do it. The coward. Just cast Jeffrey Combs. Let him play the question in live action. Pickaxe. I got confused in the finale. First, I thought the guy killed Eagly and the Prime Eagle was a different eagle. Also, I've never seen it get... Look, we're going to talk about that here in a second. I'm very excited to talk about that. And this wasn't the finale. That's the exciting thing. There's like more to come. So absolutely, I'm going to save this comment for later because yes, I want to talk about that. Alexander, I want Henry Cavill to have a role in the upcoming MCU reboot, main role. The Cavalrine. Or Captain Britain. I'm okay with either. Honestly. Toby Spider. I think Toby Spider-Man is going to be there. Alan Richardson. You mean Richardson? Oh, Alan Richardson is Captain Atom. We've talked about this before, Maria. I am on board with that. That is my favorite Alan Richardson casting right now. Is him as Captain Atom. Let's fucking go. Let's go. He is perfect for that role. His build, his face, his hair, his voice. He is perfect for it. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I'm going to try to get through these a little faster so we can talk about Peacemaker. Did we talk about this yet? Have we talked about the fact that James Gunn wrote Peacemaker for Bautista? Have we talked about that? Alexander, who would you want to cast as Plastic Man? I really want to see him in the DCU, and I think he's super underrated. I 1,000% agree with you. I have a video where I talk about how he's one of the most underrated DCU characters or DC characters out there. Ben Schwartz. Ben Schwartz. I will accept no other blah blah blah. Sorry. Ben Schwartz. And Ben Schwartz wants to do it so bad. So bad. Okay, so hey, good morning, Dom. Oh, Toy Superman, Spider-Man, the Japanese one with the giant mech. Got it. Right? Hire me, Marvel. I'm available. That's the whole thing. Seriously, no. I have a video talking about him. So, yeah, Ben Schwartz. And Ben Schwartz wants it. He wants to be Plastic Man so bad. Okay. So, we did mention that James Gunn said he wrote Peacemaker for Dave Bautista. But he said Dave Bautista got offered more money to do something else and went ahead and did that. But someone asked Dave Bautista, and he said, I have to say that one, I really wanted to play that part. He wrote the part for me, and it was meant for me, and it just became a scheduling thing where I couldn't do it because I was doing Army of the Dead. And so it was a scheduling issue that we just could not figure out. It was a blessing in disguise that I didn't do it because I have to say, I have to be honest, there's no way I would have been able to do that role like John. He's just perfect for it, you know, and I wouldn't have done it justice. It wouldn't have been as successful. I'm saying that with a little bit of envy, you know, I would love it. I just wouldn't have been able to do it the same thing that John does to bring to that character. It wouldn't have been the same. It wouldn't have been as good. I can honestly say it wouldn't have been as good. So, 1000% agree. At least he's self-aware. Somewhat. Ring the bells. Get the town crier. Go find the Snyder bots. Go find them. Where's my I know I've got a town crier or something. Here we go. Where? Get them. Tell everyone. Dave Bautista throws Zack Snyder over his BFF James Gunn. I love sound effects so much. Anywho, there's that. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Dave Bautista, at least being aware that he wouldn't have pulled off Peacemaker like John Cena, leave it in the chat below. All right. We're going to move on to some Peacemaker stuff. Peacemaker! Let me see if I can just get some images up. Let's see. Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 5. All right. Here we go. I'm going to remove this. So the episode starts, and I've watched it twice. I watched it last night, and I watched it this morning. And I was so unbelievably excited last night because it was so good. It was really, really good. Alexander, have you seen the first 3 episodes of Gen V? I have, and they're good. At least they waited to episode 3 to inundate me with penises. And there were way more than in Peacemaker episode 2. Way more. So many. So many dongs. Remember, guys, we are raising money for bird blindness today. And it is my last stream until I come back from hiatus in over a week from now. So now's your chance. Now's your chance to help support the channel. Show me some love. All right, guys. So starts off with Rick Flag Jr.'s funeral. And So spoiler warning if you haven't seen it. But you guys know we talk about this stuff Friday mornings. It's in Oklahoma, actually, HIATUS, Oklahoma. Okay, so Rick Flag Sr. asks Amelia Harcourt at the funeral who killed him, and she's like, I can't tell you that. I thought, listen, where was June? If he and June were still seeing each other, he's basically cheating on June with Amelia Harcourt. Like, where was June? Why wasn't she at the funeral? I'm just saying. That seemed a little sus. Must not have been a very nice girlfriend if you didn't even show up to your man's funeral. Color me Team Harcourt officially. But, she explains at the funeral that she can't tell him who killed his son, but that they're going to get it. They're going to get what's coming to him. And he's like, okay, thanks, kid, blah, blah, blah. Well, then we go to, they're at the park at right out in front of Evergreen City Hall. And, the Argus team is there waiting for him. He shows up and she's like, oh my God, I said copacetic. And I thought that was weird last episode when she texted him and said copacetic. Where? It's like, who says copacetic anymore? Just don't get it. Keep it copacetic and you learn to accept it. Little Alice in Chains. Anyway, so he keeps trying to get her to say that them sleeping together meant something, and she's just like, I just want you to leave. And then we get the confirmation that Sasha Bordeaux is cyborg Sasha Bordeaux. And man, Harcourt is a total freaking badass. I loved that. I absolutely loved that. She was absolutely incredible. So this scene was great. I just heard you having a prostitution conversation, so I love the dynamic between Ads and Adrian. In fact, Freddie Stroma he's great in every single episode, but this episode, that scene where he's crying and November Rain is playing, I freaking felt that. I almost got choked up myself. Seriously. Hey! Thank you so much, DL. $1.99 super chat. Copacetic. Awesome. I'm gonna start singing again. Oh my God. But I really love their dynamic, especially in this episode when she's on the phone. Do you have a square head? No, I wear hats as part of my mystique, my brand. Yeah, I can wear a hat when I meet you. Do I do Greek? Sure. And then he's like, I don't know what Greek means with security, but I do know in prostitution. Oh my gosh. She's like, I'm not a prostitute. He's like, okay, but I just literally heard you having a prostitution conversation. So wait a minute. Does this mean I need to run away? They just kind of do. Am I in danger? You said copacetic. Oh my gosh. Anyway, love this scene. Judo man, judo master, Duncan Munchkin. Run away. Okay, that's gonna be the next emoji I add. Run away. This dude is really killing it. Like, I'm loving him in this season. Duncan Munchkin, I will literally rip your penis off, as I was taught by a blind monk. And of course, Flurry back at the office is like, good job. He starts to show that he's one of the good guys. I'm secretly wishing that he was legit Martian Manhunter. I love Flurry. I want more of him. I need more of him. Dave and I are two of the biggest Tim Meadows fans you will ever meet. And there's virtually anytime he's on screen, we die laughing. Like, did you just pay me a compliment? Good choice. Okay, Shaft. Deranged Lunatic Judo Master was not happy when he ran out of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. My daughter is the same way. She is. Keto, take my money if Tim is Martian Manhunter. I would be okay with that. 1,000%. Please, God. Please let him be John Jones. I'm okay with that. He's so funny. But, you know, Harcourt back at the office, make sure that Economos books Peacemaker into the system. So that way there's eyes on them. They have to obey the law because at this point it was just, you know, Rick Flag Sr. wanting to kick his ass and possibly unalive him for what he did to his son. I really wanted him as Martian Manhunter in the disguise investigating dimensional portals. That's why he told Economist good job when he did the right thing. That's what I was hoping. I just really want him to be Martian Manhunter. Exactly. He would be amazing. Somebody make this happen. Let me call James Gunn. I'll write that down. I'll call him later. Like, please make Tim Meadows Martian Manhunter. We're going to have to start looking for evidence, like wishful thinking, to make this happen. Is that why he has bird blindness? Wait. What if he's been that Martian neighbor in the quantum unfolding chamber the whole time? We've never seen him in the room together. That would be amazing. That would be amazing and hilarious. God, if I had a magic wand. If it happens, I'm going to be shocked. Tim better call Amanda Waller too, because he is the ladies' man. Probably call the Martian a chicken. But he's not a bird. And remember, guys, we're raising money to cure bird blindness today. For your super chat of as little as $1.99, you can help fund the cure for bird blindness. Boo. Oh, better call her Boo. Got it. I mean, she is kind of his type. But I think we all know what our favorite part of the episode was. This giant effing gun. What the shit? Dave and I could not stop dying laughing at this ridiculously large gun. And I thought I had a better picture of it, but I do not. Look at the size of this thing. This cuts it off. It is so bad. Bye, Penny. Be safe, and I will be back in over a week. Mwah. God bless. The size of this gun. It is twice the length that you see in this picture. It is so big. How big was it? That's what she said. He can't even like hold it still and aim with it. He wobbles and shakes around. It's so comically large. It is so Elmer Fudd, like Pickaxe was saying. I got confused. First, I thought the guy killed Eagly, and then the prime eagle. Oh, my monitor has flashed. It was a different eagle. Also, that gun. This is so ridiculous. It just hilarious. He pulls that giant case out. Holy crap. Why is my monitor flashing? It's so annoying. So that absolutely ridiculous. Anywho, I do have this. This is my favorite scene. And I'm going to turn this down. The prime eagle. The prime eagle. Thank you, Penny. Thank you so much. This is fantastic. And I believe we all thought that when he first why is this not allowing me to when he first shows up, when he first gets attacked, like here we go. Why is it there we go. When he shoots, see there, look at this gun back here. It's ridiculous. When he first shoots, we think he does hit Eagly. He does hit a bald eagle. And you see it on the ground. You're like, oh my God. And we both thought he's just playing pigeon and then he's going to whoop his ass. And so we're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then all of a sudden he gets hit. And then again, and all these eagle come around. And I was like, oh my God, he really is the prime eagle. He's the primal eagle. And then this is just absolutely majestic. And look at this aura on this bird. Look at that. He has more aura than Superman. This is freaking crazy. I'm so sorry. Look at that. This is absolutely incredible. I love this shot. I love it. I absolutely love it. I was actually like, "Woo! Yeah! Get it, Eagly!" Absolutely loved it. Greatest scene of the whole episode. Eagly, the prime eagle. Look at this. He's like, "Yeah! Bow down, Red Saint Wild. Bow down." Just so dope. Yeah. It's like, "Oh shit." That is one badass parakeet. Look at him. And seriously, just like a 3-part miniseries on Eagly being the prime eagle, I would watch so hard. That would be so awesome. Just, it would be incredible. I'm actually going to @ James Gunn on Threads. Like, seriously, what do we have to do to get like an Eagly prequel or like mini series of him just being the prime eagle? That would be so dope. This is so awesome. But of course, like Deranged Lunatic, no wonder Eagly likes cold cuts and tater chips. Because he deserves it. He is the king. King of the Eagles. But of course, Chris, who's so heartbroken over, he feels like there's no way he can be redeemed in this universe, that he and Eagly take off for, that other universe where there are still no people of color, we've noted. I really feel like we're waiting for the other shoe to drop in that other universe. But he goes to the other universe, introduces his sidekick Eagle to his brother, and goes and fights a kaiju with his dad, his brother, and Eagly. And then, of course, goes and gets the girl. But what he doesn't know is that his real friends, Ads, Adrian, Economos, and Harcourt, are coming to get him. That scene where Adrian shows real emotion, he breaks down. I felt that. Freddie Stroma, man, he is a good actor. Listen, I have not seen anything from Bridgerton. It does not interest me at all. And I've had a few friends who are like, you should watch it. I'm sorry, you can't make a show about historical figures and then change everything about the historical figures. It just bothers me. But Freddie Stroma was on Bridgerton. And if there was ever a reason for me to watch Bridgerton, that would be why I would, is for more Freddie Stroma, because I'm really enjoying his work on this series as Vigilante. I need more of him as Vigilante, though. Like, come on, let's go. And if you have not seen, or even if you have, the trailer for next week's episode, which, remember, everyone has said the last 3 episodes of Peacemaker season 2 are like a totally different show, and they're absolutely amazing. And this is where we start to get all those wild cameos. So I'm just unbelievably excited. This is the most I've been excited for any TV show, movie, or anything in quite some time. But the trailer for next week's episode shows the gang, the 11th Street Kids, Sans, Eagly, and Chris, going to Adrian's basement. And in his basement, he has like thousands of pounds of cocaine and probably millions of dollars stacked up. And Economos says, Adrian, why can't you flush your drugs like everyone else? Oh my God. I cannot wait for this episode. I'm so excited. Kino, please, James Gunn, have Tim call Batman Deflator Mouse. I don't think he would be that intelligent with it. I think it would be something like, it would be something silly, like Winged Rat or something stupid. It would be something stupid, because listen to the nicknames he's come up with: Duncan Munchkin, Ginger Cool, Titties. Alexander, how do you think Peacemaker will set up Man of Tomorrow? I think setting up Brainiac and his tech. Lex uses Brainiac tech for his mech suit, and that's how he also got the dimensional portal. I do think he's going to use Brainiac first and foremost. I do think that Brainiac's going to be a Man of Tomorrow, either replacing or adding to the Parasite story. How do I think it's going to set it up? I think we might see Lobo. I think Lobo gets hired to find the person who's been screwing around with the multiverse, and he shows up. I think that could very well possibly happen, because James Gunn has said many times, 1, it sets it up, and 2, there's huge cameos that you don't expect. So I think it might be Lobo. Maybe Brainiac also. Maybe he runs into Brainiac and Lobo. What matters on Lobo? Should I say Lobo a few more times? Lobo, and Lobo. There you go, Kino. He'd probably call him cosplayer. I think he'd call him Furry. Furry Noir or something like that. Furry Mouse. Bat Furry. There you go. Haha. It'll be Brandon Skloner if there is. Fernando, how do you think Lex and Superman end up teaming up? Same way in the comic. Lex is in prison and he's like, look, I can help. Let me out now, help. And then it turns out it's basically just his way to try to get him again. But yeah, if Batman shows up, it's going to be Brandon Skloner. Alexander, once Lex and Superman team up, everyone loves Lex and he becomes president. Oh, snap. Hopefully they actually follow the comics, because so far James Gunn has not been very good at that. I'm a little irritated with them with the Woman of Tomorrow comments. And you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about once my Supergirl breakdown drops. Because even because he's, people have tried to say, oh, he's doing the Silver Age. Well, yeah, even in the Silver Age comics, Supergirl was 14 years old when she left Argo City. She remembers Kryptonians. She may not remember Krypton as a whole planet, but she remembers growing up in Argo City. She lived with other Kryptonians. So yeah, she would know. Like, I really hate when they cherry pick like that. Maria, is Parasite a new villain or is he old school? He is old school. And he's a pretty good, pretty powerful villain. He was a janitor at Star Labs. And he gets hit with radiation energy and stuff. And he has the ability to mimic people and steal their powers and, drain their life force. DL, have you seen the trailer for the new Anaconda movie? Yes, I saw it yesterday. Did we talk about it yesterday? Or was it the day before that? I wasn't on board until I saw it because, I'm not a big Jack Black fan anymore. He's just not funny to me anymore. But I love Steve Zahn. I like Paul Rudd. And I'm glad it's a movie about an unnecessary reboot. That got my attention. I'm like, okay, now I'm on board. But yeah, it looks really funny. Fernando, I don't want a tamed and safe Girl of Tomorrow story. Neither do I. But I'm also very confused about the things he said. First of all, the first thing was, how would she know? She was a baby. She doesn't remember Krypton. She was 14. She was 14. Okay. And then the synopsis says that Supergirl is out partying in a solar system with a red sun for her 21st birthday. Because, with her Kryptonian constitution, she can't get drunk under a yellow sun. Has to be a red sun. And Ruthie propositions her to, get creme of the creme of the Yellow Hills. Sorry, words are hard. And they go on a murderous spree of revenge. Like, that's not really what happens. I mean, Supergirl tells her no over and over and over again until Creme of the Yellow Hills shows up and mortally injures Supergirl and her dog Crypto. And that's when Supergirl kind of goes John Wick, but she's depowered for most of the story, and except for the times where she kind of goes Flamebird by taking a red kryptonite pill. But I wouldn't say she's murderous. She says over and over and over again that their code demands they don't kill. Her and her cousin don't kill. Possibly. That is possible. I forgot you had to go to the DMV. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Comet better be in that story because he's a big part of the story. Loki. It has to be safe to sell general audience. Expect Supergirl to be full of jokes. Oh, yeah. There's going to be jokes. And there should be jokes. Because there are parts of it where it would fit absolutely perfect. And there's a lot of gaps in Women of Tomorrow because it's over the course of extended period of time. They're traveling, they're like on a bus. They're taking a space bus trip to get to a solar system with a yellow sun since her, rocket ship takes off without her. So they only cover a couple of the bus stops. So there's plenty of room to add other things. Like that's how they're fitting in Lobo, I'm sure. But then again, James Gunn is changing the fundamental stuff of this story. And that's very stressful for me. Like, how can you say you're adapting the story and then completely alter the foundation of the story? The whole point of Women of Tomorrow is Supergirl is dealing with this prolonged extreme grief of losing her planet and her family because she was a teenager when she lost it. She remembers. And then she decides she wants to go celebrate for her 21st birthday, but she doesn't really have anyone to celebrate with. She's feeling lost and without purpose and dealing with this grief. And because of her experience of losing her family, her parents, her entire planet, she is able to connect with, relate, and reach Ruthie on a level who is also dealing with the loss of her family. It's the whole effing point of the story. So for him to completely remove that changes it entirely. Entirely. The underpinning, the foundation, the roof, the framing, it changes everything. So I have serious concerns. I want it to be amazing. I've heard that, it's good or whatever, but I have my concerns. So there's that. But guys, that's all I've really got today. Hold on, let me move that. That's all I really got today. Like I said, I've got a lot of editing to do to get this Supergirl breakdown done for you guys before I go on hiatus. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss live streaming with you. Facts. I'll pop in from time to time and post and stuff. I am taking mics and cameras just in case. But I will be getting my new prosthetic leg. So there's that. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts, any last donations for the trip or to help fund the cure for bird blindness, now's your chance. If you would like to help support the channel, period, the easiest and freest way to do that is just by hitting that like button, subscribing if you're new, and ringing the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. Of course, the other great ways are by joining the channel as a member. The super chats, extremely helpful. They help me pay for the streaming software, the editing software, and for the time I put in to deliver you guys not only these daily live streams, but also the clips and shorts for the live streams that take a couple hours after the live stream and putting those across all platforms. And of course, the fully researched, recorded, edited, what have you, breakdowns that I do as well. It is a lot of work. This is a full-time job. I am here at this computer 12 or more hours a day, and that is not an exaggeration. I wish my family would pop in and be like, yes, it's annoying. If none of those options are attractive to you to help support the channel, we do have other ways. If you scan that QR code right there, it takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua. You can chip in as little or as much as you can. It's a secure website, I assure you. But if you feel more comfortable with something more familiar, we do have Cash App and the original official Nerdling Army over at patreon.com/comicsand. 3 different tiers starting as little as $3 a month. There's exclusive content, behind the scenes, exclusive merch, which you get every 3 months for the first year of your membership. The Nerdling Supreme tier gets a friggin' hoodie. I'm not kidding. An actual hoodie. And you can't get these merch designs anywhere else. Anyway, you have all that cool stuff over on patreon.com/comics. And there's the merch store over at comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. Hundreds of designs on hundreds more products, all made by yours truly. And I just put up some new stuff yesterday, so check that out. I have Amazon lists. I have affiliate links for leashboss.com, Zenny Optical. Get your IQ lens with Zenny ID Guard, Cora's Vault, TikTok, and CapCut, all in the description below. You can find all of this on the website, comics-and.com. You can also reach out and email me from there. So everything we've talked about is on the website. You can contact me through there as well. This podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to educate and entertain you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you're going to love more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So go to red5.bio.link today to discover more of the Red 5 family of podcasts. Boop, boop, boop. Oop, I'm on the wrong window. Maria, should Lobo have a bigger role in Man of Tomorrow or Supergirl? Man of Tomorrow. Because he is a part of the main storyline in that comic, in the animated movie. So, there you have it. Yes. Hashtag Red 5 family. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm out. I'll miss you. Keep an eye out for all the stuff that's scheduled to drop next week. But I will see you Monday after next with a new body part. Until then, stay safe, stay kind, and keep your eyes peeled. Because now more than ever,
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you! From Star Wars stars to Marvel